Hello, it's PT Fiona here. I just want to run through an over 40s rehab program with you today. I'll just sit it back. We're going to go through a warm-up, a nice, slow, gentle warm-up. Don't push yourself, don't hurt yourself, just warm yourself up. We're going to do shoulders, pectoral muscles, triceps. We're going to work our biceps, our forearms, the rear shoulder, the front shoulder, the glutes, the lower back, the hip flexors, our quads, our hams, our calves, our abs, our obliques, and we're going to finish off with some slow stretches. Enjoy. We'll get started. Here we go with our warm-up. First of all, because it's morning, well, it is here, I'm going to do some good morning. So you have your hands behind your head and you tilt forward at the hips. Tilt forward as far as you can. Don't have to come down, just keep it parallel with the floor now. Hold it there, like so. Have your feet as wide apart as you are comfortable having them. You'll get a really good stretch in your hamstrings. That's what we want. Come up and repeat. This is called a good morning. You can, of course, do it in the afternoon. There's no problem with doing it at night. You can do it at lunchtime. There we are. Now we're going to do opposite toe touches. I'll just step a little further back for you so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to touch my opposite big toe with this hand, and the other hand is going up behind me, like so. Can you see that? And then swing over, keep going. Nice and slow. You're not a windmill in a gale. You're simply warming up your back and the backs of your legs and your shoulders and your abdominal muscles and anything else that you can feel at this point. This is called opposite toe touch. From there, take your arms up above you and coming down, sweep the floor with your fingertips and around in a big circle. And again, keep going. We're still warming up. There's no need to hurry. Keep going. Beautiful. And now I'd like you to go the other way. That's it. Sweep the floor. 3, 4, 5, and 6. How's that for a warm-up? Now, bring your knees up high. Bring them up towards your chin. Swing your arms at the same time. Get them up. You're warming up your glutes now. Bring them as high as you can. If you can go like this, and that's the highest you're able to go, do that. But if you can come up here, do that. If you can hit your chin with your knee, do that. No problem. Slow and deliberate movements. That's our warm-up. What I'd like you to do now is back to the start. Bend at the hips. Good morning. Come back up and repeat. How's that? Good, isn't it? You feeling it? All the way down the backs of your legs. These are your hamstrings. They're so vitally important to you. Look after them gently, tenderly, but don't let them get too tight. Tight hamstrings cause pain. Up we come, opposite toe touches. 1, 2, 3, 4. A little faster now. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Arms up, sweep the floor. 6 one way, 6 the other. Bend your knees if you like. It's not a problem. And 6. Go the other way. Keeping up? If you can only fit 4 in, fit 4 in. If you want to take a little longer, pause. Pause the movie. Okay, high knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Well done so far. That's the warm-up through. Off we go now to shoulders, pecs, triceps. So I don't need to tell you where your shoulder is. Do you know where your pecs are? Your pectoral muscles hold your breasts up. They support your chest. Whether you're male or female, your pectoral muscles are very important. You've seen those males with a beautiful square chest. They have good pecs. You see women with perky little breasts? They have good pecs. That's the way it is. Now your tricep muscle. Do you know where your tricep is? It's this one that runs along the back of your upper arm. It works in conjunction with your bicep. Your bicep works, your tricep works. They do different things, but they're an agonist and antagonist. Look it up. Other arm, same deal. Tricep. Bicep. Okay, let's get into it. So, we want to find a surface. I might use this one right here. What I'm doing is it's a variety of push-up. So here we are. I'll just move the camera. Try to move the camera so you can see what I'm actually attempting to do here. Hands on the bench, push down, push up, push down, push up, push down, etc. So it's just like a push-up, only where are my feet? They're out there behind me, like so. See that? 6 of those. Perhaps if I put it to this side, we won't get the sun in our eyes. How's that? And so on. I'm sure you've done 6 by now. But look, if you wanted to make it harder for yourself, all you have to do is find a different surface, like a floor, like a mat. Pop yourself down on the mat and do them on it. You could do it on your knees if you really wanted to. But here we are on the mat. So after doing 6 of those, see, you choose the height, and that means that this is a self-paced, work against yourself kind of program. You're not working against me, you're not working against the person next door. You're working against you, because you're the only one who knows how hard you can work. Now we're going to do something called an air plunge, also known as a hip raise, and that's on the mat. So grab yourself a mat or a rug, something comfortable. A piece of carpet will do, as long as you're comfortable to lie on it. Down onto the mat, and let's just see how we go with these air plunges, hip raise exercises. We're going to be using our tricep muscle, believe it or not. So I'm going to twist this around so you get a better idea of what I'm doing. Arms down beside you, hands flat, feet up to the roof, and push up. Push your hips up off the floor. Keep your head down on the mat. Don't raise it. Push up. As you're pushing your hips up, your hands are pushing down into the mat, and your triceps are doing all the work. Keep trying. You might find it difficult to get up off the ground the first few times. Don't give up. Just keep pushing and you'll find that your body will cooperate with you once it knows what you really want to do with it. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Dips, you know the good old dip. You know how to do a dip, don't you? Let's see if I can set this camera up to show me in dip position. On your bench, on your table, on your chair, on whatever you can find. I've got a step, an aerobic step, and I'm going to do dips on that. Go for 6. If you can do 6 and you can do 6 more, do 6 more. Just keep going until I say stop. How's that? Have your hands placed wherever you're comfortable having them. Off we go. Straight legs, make it harder. If you can't do straight legs, do bent knees. Let's try bent knees. It's so much easier, far less challenging. If you can do straight legs, please do. The thing about exercise is you want to get the bang you can for your buck. Always. You don't want to be spending an hour doing something that isn't even making any difference to your muscle mass or your body in any way. You don't want to waste your time like that. Who does? Time is precious. Goodness me. We're only on this earth for a short time. We really have to make the most of what we're doing. Do it right every time. So that's the dips. Now, lateral raise we're going to do, followed by a bent over raise. Lateral raise will use your shoulders, as you can tell. Let's try standing up straight first. I'm going to get some light weights. There's a 1.5 kilo. That's right. That's all you have to do. I'll stand sideways. See that? Take them out to the side because lateral means side. It's a bit simplistic, but that's the way it is. It's not rocket science. Now, with those same weights, I would like you to lean over and lift. Notice the difference? What do you think it is? We're working against gravity. Gravity is turning this into a far more challenging exercise. Okay, here we are. That's the lat raise and the bent over lat raise. Now we're going to work on biceps, forearms, rear shoulder. I would like you to get a towel and I would like you to come with me. This here is a treadmill. Okay, wrap the towel around the treadmill. Let me angle you a little better so you can actually see what I'm doing here. Bring your feet in close. You can use anything. A pole, a door handle. Fall back, knees bent. Pull in. You want something strong and heavy that you're not going to pull over. Six of these. I normally do this outside. Come with me. We'll find a nice spot outside and you'll be surprised. Oopsie days, sorry. Sit you down here. Looking at this post here. In we go. Pull. Because the log's in the way, I have to get around it. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm pulling my entire upper body up on this towel. Once again, it's not rocket science, but by golly, it'll work your upper back like nothing else you've done will. Dips will help, push-ups will help, but we have an awful lot of little muscles. An awful lot. What you want is strong shoulders. You want a strong back. You want a strong core. Strongest you possibly can. You want to be your best self. Those are called let me ins, because they're normally done on a door. Okay, that's it. That's the let me in with a towel. Now, grab your weight. You might like to go a little heavier this time, and I'm going to go for 4s. We're going to do bicep curls. Bring your elbows into your hips and up. Bicep curl. The bicep muscle is this one. It's doing the work for this exercise. No other muscle is involved. Only your bicep. Press that elbow into your hip. Bring it up. 6 with one arm. Prepare yourself. Brace yourself. 6 with the other. If you find a 4 kilo weight is too heavy for you, I would recommend go down to 2.5. If that's too heavy for you, go to the 1.5. If even that's too heavy for you, go under a kilo. Try with a weight though, because doing it without a weight is really not very challenging at all. So that's the bicep curl. Now we're going to get a lightweight again, because we're going to do forearm curls. Forearms, this is your forearm, the forward part of your arm. And there are little muscles in there that really do need to be strong. When you're opening jars, you need a strong forearm. Both hands. You would never only train one unless the other one was injured. So once again, keep your elbows close to your sides. I'm going to stand side on so you can see how limited this movement is. It's only my hand curling up and curling down. That's all it is. I'm going to turn the other way so I get an even mix. As I said, you don't want to train one side and not the other. You want to be unilateral. No, bilateral. Sorry. Goodness me. Okay, so that's your biceps and your forearms worked. Now we want to get onto the mat and we're going to start working our glutes. Your backside is divided into 3 muscles. You've got the gluteus maximus, the gluteus medius, and the gluteus minimus. All 3 muscles need to be worked. Let's do some dirty dogs, also known as fire hydrants, also known as a side leg raise or a kneeling side leg raise. And I'm going to add a little extra extension. Let's give it a shot. So you're on your knees, hands and knees on the mat. Lift your leg and now push it out behind. Hold it. Bring it back and down. That's 1. Take it up. Push it back. hold it. Never be in a hurry. The longer you take to do these moves, the more benefit you will receive. Bring it back and down. We're actually going to do 12 on one side and then we're going to switch legs. If you find that your knee hurts, don't do it at all. Those without knee problems will discover that their glutes hurt. I wonder why. We're using those muscles like you never did before. By golly. That's 6. Eight. Coming up. And 9. 10. 2 more. And last one. Hold it up for a special time. And down. Swap legs. So you get the drift, don't you? Up, back, up, down. I'll just bring you over to this leg so you can see that I'm doing it right. And this is number 2. And this is number 3. Are you feeling it in your glutes yet? This is number 4. Hold it up there. And back and down. That's 5. And up and back. And up and down. That's 6. Etc. 7. 8. Remember not to rush. Back. Push. Bring it back. 9. Up. And back. That's 10. 2 more. 9. No, 11, sorry. And back. And down. And up. And back. Up and down. That's 12. Now I'd like you to sit back as far back as you can. Try to rest your bum on your heels. Lean forward. Arms forward. Head down. Stretch it out. Very important to stretch after doing an exercise like that. Very, very important. Okay. Now we need to find something to hang on to for the standing side leg raise. If I stand over here, I'm a long way from you, but you can see me. Just move these weights out of my way. That's a good little exercise in itself. Take it up and down, up. I'd like you to try for 12. Take it as high as you can. 4, 5. Once again, there is no need to rush. 7, 8, 9, 10. You can bring your arm in if you like. Bring it into action. And 12. Turn around. 12 on the other leg. This is using your hip flexors. Your hip flexors open your hips. They enable you to sit cross-legged. They enable you to walk and run and jump. And now we're going to need a mat and a raised surface. You can use a chair, you can use a bench. I'm using my faithful step again. And this time we're going to do a glute bridge with a leg raise. Hopefully you'll be able to clearly see what I'm going to be doing. Maybe. do it here. Let's see, it's a fairly large range of motion. And I want you to capture, well, I want the camera to capture exactly what I'm doing. All right. Lying on your mat, on your back. 1 foot on the mat. Bring your butt as close to the mat as you can. Right. 1 foot on the mat, other leg raised. And lift your hips. Come down. I'm just going to move you fractionally. Leg up, same leg, lift. You're using your glutes to lift. And down. We're going to do 12 on the one side, and then we're going to swap. This is number 3. I'm just going to bring that closer again, because I've got a feeling it shifted. Okay, up we go, and down. Leg is raised, leg stays raised. Up, and down. And up, and down, and up, and 9, and up, and 10. Raise, 11, last one, and down. Put your other foot on your surface, whatever your surface may be. Raise the other leg. Up we go, and down. Up, squeeze your glutes as you do it, down, as you go up, squeeze, down, and 4, down, 5, down, 6, how are you going? Down, up, down, 9, and down, 10, squeeze it up, and down, up, 11, 1 more, up, squeeze, and down. Well done if you did those. Congratulations. That is excellent work. All right, let's see what else we've got in store for you, because that was fun. Oh yes, so now we're on to our legs. First of all, we'll start with a weight. I'm just going to go with 1.5 kilo weight, just one. We are going down into a squat, and then we come up, push up, arms up over your head, and you are on your toes. Come back down, lower your hands, lower your butt into a squat. That's 1. How did you go with that? Let's do another 11. Up into a stand, push up, weight above your head, on your toes, come down on your heels, flatten feet, bend knees, weight down, 2. Up we go. If you have to come down, go back up. And that's 3. See how easy it is? Up, 4, and down, and 5, and down, and 6, and down. Now I'm using a 1.5 kilo. If you want to go heavier than that, please do. You know you, I don't. Because I'm demonstrating this, there's no real need for me to go all out heavy. But the heaviest I would go is a 4 kilo. But that's me. If you get my drift. And up, and 1 more. Feels like 12, even if it wasn't. Okay, that's beautiful. That's an overhead squat. Now we're going to do what's known as a wall sit. you may have heard of wall sits. Find a nice bare piece of wall. Too easy. Just put the camera where it might pick me up against the wall. Come down, slide down the wall. At this point you could have a nice heavy weight, a 4 kilo, 6 kilo, 8 kilo, 10, 12, whatever you want. You could have that on your lap. And you just sit here for a minute. Let's do it. It's been 5 seconds already. This is very good. This is very, very good for your quads and for your core. Just imagine everything you do, your body is involved far more than you realize. Your back and your core are essential pieces of equipment. You don't go anywhere without them. You can't do very much without them either. They're always in on the action. And if it's not working, it could well be that your back and your core are not strong, and they need to be strong. They're your girdle of strength. We've got 5 more seconds, and then we can stand up and shake ourselves out, but we haven't finished yet. We've got some side lunges to do next. Up you get, crawl back up that wall, shake your legs out so that the lactic acid dissipates from your quads. There you go. That's good. Now we're going to do side lunges. I guess you know your normal lunge. That's a lunge. That's a lunge. Well, a side lunge is out to the side with a bent knee. As you take your leg across to the side, the other one straightens. See that? And then you fall into another bent knee. I'm just going to twist you around so that you actually get the full picture. And come closer. Gosh, got a lot to learn about this tripod. Bend your knee as you take it over. Now that it's there, swing across to the other side and bend that knee. Keep the rest of your body nice and straight. Don't lean forward. Focus on being straight. And again. And again. See that? If you have knee problems, you'll probably be feeling them at this stage. And if it hurts, don't do it. Because it does, as you can see, it uses your knees quite a lot. You're putting a lot of weight on those knees. This is a very good exercise after knee surgery because it will help to strengthen the muscles around your knee. Don't bypass an exercise such as this, or you'll be cheating yourself of essential knee strengthening exercises. Okay, one more on each side. That's great. Do you enjoy those? They're nice and easy. They're low impact. They're strengthening exercises. Okay, so the next thing we want to do, and I must say this is not for those with sore knees or sore anything, because it does involve getting up off the floor. You want to get up off the floor? You put 2 gloves down. One there, one there. Make the floor clear a little bit. We're going to do what's known as a lateral jump. You can have those gloves any distance apart that you wish. I'm just going to turn your back the right way so that you can actually see what's happening here. Gloves, jump. And that's What do you reckon? It's a lateral jump because it's a sideways jump. This is what I want you to do. 30 seconds is probably long enough. If you can't do that, I would like you to do this alternative. Hop, hop. But only if you can't jump. Getting yourself up off the floor is a really important thing to do. So give it a shot. But as I say, those with knee problems aren't always able to do things like that, but you would be able to do this. So see how you go. 30 seconds is all I ask. You'll find you get your heart beating. That's a cardio exercise, that little thing there. See how long you can keep it up. It's a good one. So that's lateral jumps, and that is good for these calf muscles. Good old calves, so important. Okay, now onto the mat. Pack away your gloves. Bring your mat back. Mat onto the floor. We're going to do seated Russian twists, and for that we will need as heavy a weight as you like. Okay, I'm going to have to transfer you down here so you can actually see once again what's going on. So you're sitting on the mat. There. And your feet are up here, crossed. Your ankles are crossed. You've got the weight in your hand. Lift your feet up. Turn to the side. This is a twist. It's called a seated Russian twist. If you're new to this, you might like to do that with no weight at all. But as soon as you've familiarised yourself with the move, pick up a light weight and do it again. You'll notice a difference, and that's the whole idea of weights. They make a difference. So grab your weight and let's get moving. What I'd like you to do with the Russian twist is 20. Touch the floor 20 times. I'm sorry you've got a view of my backside. There we are. But you know what I'm doing now. Oh, that's even worse. Watch my face as it goes red. If you must put your feet down, do try not to. The more you work at it, the better it is for you. Now, having done 20, we need to discuss how good that is for you. It's using your obliques, and your obliques run down the side of your body. They are what create your waist. They give you shape. Obliques are very important for strength, body strength. I don't mean this kind of thing. I don't mean bodybuilding. I mean carrying the shopping. You need to be strong in every muscle in your body to unload bags of shopping from the boot of your car and get them into the house. If, like me, you do it on your own most of the time, you need to be able to do it without hurting yourself, without raising your blood pressure, without getting carried away in a pernicious fit. You need to be able to do it and think, yep, I did that. No problem. What's next? That's what I want you to be like all the time. Okay, now we're going to do crunches. Crunches are good for the upper part of your abdominal muscles. Let's give it a shot. Now with these crunches, I would like you to have your legs in this position, also known as tabletop. And up you get. It's only a small move. I'm not asking you to sit up. It's only a crunch. Remember to breathe. Breathe out as you roll up. So you breathe in now when you're flat on your back. And you exhale as you come up. Do 12. Okay, crunches. And now we're going to do leg lifts. And this will use the lower abdominal muscles. Okie doke. I'll just angle you to my lovely legs. Watch, they're up. Now your arms are down. Arms are down beside you. Lower your legs just a bit. Don't touch the floor. Lift them up again. Lifting up is actually easier than lowering. Lower them. Hold it there. Breathe. Exhale as you bring them up. Put them down again, but never all the way down. Breathe. Exhale as you come up. Put them down again. Deep breath. Deep breath in and up. Exhale. Now one leg down. Bring the other down. Almost and up. Almost down and up. Nothing. Do you feel anything at all when you do that? It's too easy, isn't it? It's really half an exercise. But if you take both your legs up and then bring them halfway down, you're doing 1.5 exercises. Whew. Breathe out. That's good. Now, believe it or not, we've just completed a full body workout. What we're going to do now is absolutely essential and never to be missed. We're going to do some slow stretches. It's terribly important. You would be doing yourself a great disservice if you didn't stretch after an exercise session. To begin with, you warm up. To finish with, you stretch and cool down. Those are the rules. Don't break them. Okay, for our stretches, we're going to start standing up. Hitch your pants up, pull your jumper down. Push that away. Bend over. Let your arms dangle. Swing around so that your fingers reach your heels. Try to keep your legs straight now. Your hamstrings are warmed up. There's no need to bend your knees. If you can't get down to the floor with straight legs, just go to wherever you can comfortably reach. As you progress with these exercises, you will stretch your hamstrings so that they actually are the way they ought to be. And you'll be able to tilt right over and put your hands on the floor with straight legs. But you must persevere. Don't give up. Don't do it just once in a blue moon when you think, oh, I haven't done that for a while. Do it 3 times a week, absolute minimum. Set aside the time on your calendar every week. 3 times. As you can see, it doesn't take very long. Okay. Swirl around like an elephant's trunk, down to your heels and around, back to the center and come up. When you come up slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. Now put your hands behind your head. And bring your arms down. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And release. Squeeze your shoulder blades together again. This time clasp your fingers and push down. Lift them up behind you. Release. Roll your shoulders back. 4 and forward. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Push your hands out in front of you Take a deep breath in and round out your back. Now exhale. Bring your arms close to your body and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Do that one more time. Push forward, breathe in, round out your back. And exhale. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Excellent work. That's very good. Now we're just going to do a stretch. This little stretch with the legs. I'll come forward. Your front knee is bent. Your back knee is also bent, and your heel, try to keep it on the floor. You're going to feel that in the front of your leg. Fancy that. Don't often feel things in the front of your leg, do you? Okay, switch sides. Both knees are bent, but keep your back heel down and your front heel down. Excellent work. Superb. Don't you love it? Okay, opposite toe touches. Remember from the beginning? We're doing them now at the end. You can be a little faster now, because as I said, you're all warmed up. Okay, have a seat on your mat. We're going to do a twist. This will get you all twisted up. One leg out the front, straight. Other leg over. Pull it into your chest. In. You'll feel it everywhere. You'll feel it in your lower back. You'll feel it in your glutes. Yes, this is a glute stretch. Okay, now what I'd like you to do is get your opposite elbow and press it into the outside of that knee and twist around. Look over your shoulder. This is a real twist. It's one with a twist. Beautiful. Hold it there. Feel it. Let it do its job. And then release. Other leg out. Bring the other one over. Pull it in. Pull it in as tight as you can to your chest. As tight as you can. Twist around. Elbow, pushing it away. Look over your shoulder. Beautiful. That's a good one. Now we're going to stretch the iliotibial band. And I'm going to just put you up there so you can see what I'm doing. Pull it in. Press your arm in. And swap legs. Did you get that? Push your arm away. Push your leg away. Stand up. We're going to stretch our shoulders next. Shoulder stretch. Everybody knows the good old shoulder stretch. Release and do that same arm again. Release and swap. Release and do the same one again. Now, take your arm up and behind your head, press it down at the elbow. Reach around your back with your other arm and reach up as high as you can. Try to touch your fingertips or clasp your fingers if you're able. Swap hands. Bring that one down. Press it down. Swing around. Reach up. That's good. Okay. Big arms up. Inhale deeply. Sweep the floor with your fingertips and exhale. And before you come up, inhale again. Big breath in, arms up. and down. Exhale as you go down. Breathe in as you come up. And now I'd like you to give yourself a very big clap. I'm proud of you. You can be proud of yourself. You have done a beautiful job. If you didn't do everything there, don't worry. Come back in a day or two and try again. Come back a day or two after that and do it again. 3 times each week. Minimum. Thank you very much. Like what I've put if you like, and you'll get to see it again and again. And every time I add to it, you can follow it. Love you all. Bye-bye.